Hi, I'm Britt Sutton, President and CEO of ArtMix. First, we want to thank you for joining us for our online curriculum for the summer. We know these are trying times, and this is a little bit different than our normal summer programming. However, we hope that you will continue to enjoy creating from your own home.
All right, good morning. My name's Christy. I'm a teaching artist here at ArtMix. And this is Sally, who's also a teaching artist here at ArtMix. And we will be doing some videos through the month of July to be posted on our website to get you moving and stretching and feeling good and keeping you smiling. So this morning we're going to do a little bit of yoga. So just go ahead and find yourself a seat, whether it's on your couch or a chair. Just realize that you want to try to keep yourself from leaning back into the chair or back on the couch. Try to work those muscles like we talked about before that go along your spine to help keep you upright. So first we'll find ourselves our breath. Start to slow ourselves down a little bit. Feel free to close your eyes. Start to feel where your breath is moving in your body. Just relax for a few rounds. Just going to get ourselves planted here on our mat. So there are two bones at the bottom of they're called your sits bones or your ischial tuberosities, and you're just going to see if you can get those grounded down into the mat. Sometimes people go and they just kind of lift the meat portion or the muscles of their thighs a little bit so that you can really find those bones in the bottom. Kind of think of them as roots down to the ground, like and then from there, we're just going to start to stack ourselves up. So our rib cage is going to go above our pelvic girdle. So you may find yourself doing this rounding. What we want to do is see if we can lift our heart up, let our shoulders get heavy, kind of let your head float towards the sky. I always like that feeling of stretching your vertebrae, your spine. It's all in my mind, I'm sure, but I feel like it lengthens quite a bit. So from here, we're going to let our shoulders get really relaxed. We'll take a deep breath in through your nose. Feel free to breathe out through your mouth if you like. Just open your mouth up wide and exhale. Sometimes that lets your jaw relax, your neck relax. You tend to hold some tension in those areas. Just want to breathe and let that go. I just want you to try to visually follow your breath through your nose and down into your lungs. And notice what parts of your body are moving as you breathe in. We really want to try to get the most out of our lungs. So we want to do more of a diaphragmatic breathing, which allows your belly kind of to expand as you're inhaling. And then it retracts back towards your spine as you exhale. Exhale out. And as we work through our practice, we'll try to keep our breath, inhalations and exhalations about as we move. I'll kind of guide you through that as we're going, but just long, slow breaths, and if you go slower or faster than Sally and I go, feel free to just move at your own pace. We're going to be doing, a handful of moves just to get you going. And you can always catch up or go from there. Okay, so from here, we're just going to take our arms up and overhead. We'll stretch those shoulders, so breathe in and up. Exhale, we'll bring our hands back down and around. Just bring them back to your heart. Kind of touch base with an intention that you might have for your day. Or just every time you come back here, just pause and be on your mat. So inhale, arms come up. Exhale, come back down. And like I said, if you're moving faster or slower, feel free to do that. It's your practice. So we'll breathe in one more time. And then exhaling down. Hands come back to your side. So we're going to start to move through our spine. So we're going to do some lateral rotation or lateral flexion, I should say. So bring one hand to the side. You're going to keep your sits bones on the mat as you go. Inhale, bring this arm up and over, keeping your bottom on the mat, and then stretching over. Inhale, come up. Exhale, over to the other side. So with our movements as we go, we want to make sure that we don't overexert ourselves. We want to go to the point of what we feel is the farthest point we should go, and that doesn't feel quite right, then back off a little bit. Listen to your body. And every day might be, you might be in a different place. So what you do one day, you might not be able to do the next day, or vice versa. You might, as you get stronger, more limber, we'll come back up. You may see that. So we'll take our hands back to our heart. So that was lateral flexion. So now what we're going to do is a rotation. So there's several ways we can rotate. We can rotate with our legs still crossed. We can rotate with your legs out. If you're sitting in a chair, you're just going to make sure that your feet are rounded on the mat, and you'll find those sits bones again. I like to keep my legs active as I do this. They could get a little floppy, but I feel like if I'm activating both the top of my legs, my quadriceps, and I flex those feet up, kind of makes me more in alignment. So I'm going to, again, make sure that I'm not slouching as I twist, and I'll come back up. Now, some people might need to sit on a book or a pillow, or you can roll your mat a little bit more. You just want to make sure that you're not putting extra stress on your low back as you're doing this. So if that doesn't work for you, then you can bring your knees back. Okay, and we'll keep our legs up. So we'll sit really tall. We're going to inhale, lift our arms up. And then exhale, we're just going to twist. So I'm going to twist this direction. One hand goes back behind my hip, and the other hand is just going to touch either my leg, could be this leg, this leg, this leg. I just don't want us pulling ourselves. We want to use those muscles to actually twist us. And so we'll breathe in, let's exhale, twist. And we're just going to hold this for a couple of rounds of breath. So you'll breathe in and try to lift your head a little taller towards the sky. Exhale, twist a little. See if you can look a little farther over your shoulder. And then we're going to inhale, we'll bring our arms back up. Exhale, we'll twist the other direction, looking over our shoulder. Breathing in, see if we can get a little taller. Exhaling, see if we look a little farther. These are just really subtle movements with our bodies as we're twisting. We want to really take good care of our spine from our top of our head all the way down to our tailbone. And then inhale, come back to center. And then you're just going to kind of counter twist a little bit. It's always good if you do a little extra twist that just undo the twist in the other direction. All right, so from here, let's go ahead and we're going to bring our feet together. We're just going to stretch a little bit of our inner thighs here, and we're going to find that sits bone again. Make sure we're really grounded. That helps us start our alignment. And in every pose you do for yoga, you always want to find that alignment. My instructor said, always find your mountain pose in all poses. So that's just proper alignment as you go through. Keeps your body strong and safe. And so from here, we're just going to lean forward just a little bit. Some people can go all the way down. I'm not one of those people. Some people, this is good for some people, and sometimes it just feels good to be here. So it's wherever you're getting that good inner thigh stretch. Just breathe into that space. Exhale out. All right, we're going to come to our hands and our knees, and we're going to do some flexion and extension of our spine. So we'll do our cat-cow pose. So we're going to come on up. Our palms are going to be flat on the mat. They can be directly under your shoulders or slightly in front. If you have wrist issues, you can always come up onto your fists. Just be aware that you're not putting a lot of pressure through your thumbs, so you don't want to hurt your thumb joint there. So, we're going to push down through your palms. The eyes of your elbow rotate towards each other. So you have a nice, strong alignment here, and you're not hyperextending or anything of that nature. You really want to put a lot of pressure here on this part of your hand as you push down. And then your knees are directly under your hips. And so a neutral spine, you find that mountain pose, that Tadasana, right through your spine from the top of your head to your tailbone. And just feel your abdominal muscles engage as you're here, just holding this space. And then on your next inhalation, you're just gonna not necessarily crank your neck. You don't want to hurt your cervical spine. You just want to open your heart forward. So you'll inhale, your belly kind of drops, and you open your heart forward. Exhale, you're going to tuck that tailbone, trying to pull like your head back towards your tailbone, so you're rounding. Then inhale, come through that neutral spine, all the way through. Exhale, round. Inhale through. Exhale and round. And then from here, we're going to go into a child's pose. So you're just going to bring your hips back. It's almost like you're trying to sit on your heels. That's really uncomfortable for some people. So if you need to, you can keep your feet up. Sometimes people put blankets underneath their ankles here. So you're just wanting to bring yourself back wherever you're comfortable. You want to lay your tummy down on your thighs. And you're welcome to keep your knees together, or you can keep your knees apart. Whatever feels best to you. That's the main thing about these, is alignment and then just keeping yourself in a comfortable, steady place. So then you're just going to bring your hands down. You can stack your hands, put your forehead on your hands. You can bring your forehead to the mat. You can bring your arms out in front, or you can bring them back to your side. It's whatever you really feel comfortable doing. And then you just breathe into this space. So Sally's going to stay in that space. And I'll talk because it's hard for you to hear me talk upside down. So anyway, as Sally's here, she's going to keep that long, deep breath going and trying to keep it a constant length and both inhalation and exhalation. And what she's probably going to find is that instead of her belly expanding as she breathes in, her back body's going to expand. So her rib cage on the back and all this area back here is going to open up and expand. So you can kind of think of your lungs that they're not always just moving like forward. I think sometimes we get those visuals in our head. Our lungs open like balloons, so they inflate in a spherical type of presence, not just a forward and nothing behind, just because you have your rib cage back there. We want to stretch those muscles along your ribs. Great. So from here, you're just going to slowly come back up. Sometimes people get a little bit of lightheadedness if you've been in that space too long. But that's a resting pose. It's a restorative pose, just to help you get centered again. Sometimes people do those poses, go to that pose if they feel they need to rest. So I guess that's what resting pose would be, restorative. So anyway, we're going to end this class by going into a Shavasana. So this is a very important part of any yoga class, is to make sure that at the end you relax yourself. So let all the movements and the energy that you got moving in your body kind of settle and go where it needs to go. So we're just going to lay flat. So, as Sally's laying here, so if you have low back problems, you're welcome to keep your knees bent, or put a pillow or a bolster under your knees. Excuse me. And if you're good laying flat, especially after we've done some of this movement, go ahead and do that. You're going to take your feet about mat width apart. And then maybe just windshield wiper your legs while you're laying flat. So you'll just take them back and forth a little bit, just to help loosen up those hips and tell your legs that they're free to go to sleep. And then with your back, you're just gonna allow your hands to open. They're gonna be about a foot to foot and a half away from you. Palms are facing the sky. And your shoulders, if you want, you can kind of tuck your shoulder blades down your back. Sometimes we start, if we're doing this all day, maybe typing, then our shoulders naturally want to go there. So you want to let yourself relax down. And then we are going to focus on your jaw. I want you to take the tip of your tongue, if available, and place it at the top of your mouth, the roof of your mouth, right where your teeth meet in the roof of your mouth. You're going to notice possibly that jaw open up a little bit. So this allows you to notice if you're clenching your teeth, just allows you to open your jaw, let some of that tension go, and then feel free to close your eyes. Or if that makes you uncomfortable, keep them open. So whatever keeps you in a good space. And then from here, we're just going to breathe. You don't necessarily need to follow your breath, but sometimes that helps quiet our minds and lets ourselves just relax into this space. So for a few rounds of breath, we'll just lay quietly and breathe. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you would like. But I would just like to say thanks for joining us today in our yoga class. Hope we see you again. If you're finishing your class up, you'll take your hands up and overhead. Bring your hands back down to your heart. Take a moment again to think about your intention for your day. Possibly sending out some good energy and love to those you know or the world right now. And we'll take a deep breath in. We'll seal our practice with Namaste.
We want to thank you for joining us today for our online curriculum. ArtMix is an organization that transforms the lives of individuals with disabilities through the creation of art. Today you participated in one of our community classes. Usually these classes are in our studios and for a small fee. We sincerely hope that you'll consider making a donation to our program after watching today's classes. Please visit artmixindiana.org for more information, and we thank you for joining us.